Hello children, good morning to all of you. Today's topic is elements of map. I hope you all remember the map activity which we did before the start of globes and maps lesson. So here we have the same thing, so which we are going to learn it as theory, and the content is in little more detail. So now let's get into the lesson. Okay, so do you remember what are the elements of map? Title, direction, key or legend, scale, colors and symbols. So we marked all of the parts which is here in the map activity. Do you remember that? So take your map and just have a look over it. I am repeating it again. The elements of map are title, direction is also called as compass rose, key or legend, scale, colors and symbols. Why do we need a title for a map? I give you an example now. So if you're going to draw a picture, for example, you're drawing a dog picture. What will you give a title there? You will write it is a dog. Yes, right? So similarly, here the map of Dora's travel is attached here. So here Dora along with Buji, she is going to find a treasure in the forest. So can you see the trees over there, and the box with full of goals is also presented there. So she's going to hunt the treasure. For that she has the map. She's going to follow the direction and she's going to take the treasure. So this is the concept of the map. So this is what the map says. So this is what the picture is. Okay. So now what title will you give for this? Dora's travel or Dora's treasure hunt? Something like that, right? So the title of the map should be about what the map is about. So here I have given the title as treasure map. You can also give your own title about what the map portrays. So what the map says, the title should be related to that. Can you understand? So every map should have the title. The title should be relating to the content or the picture what the map is about. Good. Next, direction. So now we have completed learning globe and also we learnt about map in yesterday's class. So with the help of the globe also we find the direction, and map it also used to find the direction to reach the destination. We saw in the map as Dora uses the map to find direction to her destination. So what are the directions? Directions are north, south, east and west. What are the directions? The four main directions are north, south, east and west. Look at the picture here. The directions are mentioned. N as north, E as east, S as south and W as west. So here, so this symbol which I have attached there in the picture is known as compass rose. So it also shows the direction. As I already said you while telling the elements of maps, direction is also called as compass rose. So this symbol is mentioned as known as compass rose, where it shows the direction. So what are the directions it's showing? It shows the four main directions. That main directions are also called as cardinal directions. The four main directions are also called as cardinal directions. What are the cardinal directions? They are north as N, east as E, south as S and west as W. I repeat it. North, east, south and west. So you can see NW, NE, SE and SW. What does it represent? It shows the subdirections. What are the subdirections? NW as northwest, NE as northeast and SW as southwest, SE as southeast. I repeat it. The subdirections are northwest, northeast, southwest and southeast. Here I have given you a phrase for you to easily remember the directions. Just remember this phrase. Never eat soggy worms. So will you eat soggy worms? Will anybody eat worms? Is any Chinese is here? No, right? So nobody will eat worms, no? Just keep this phrase in your mind. Never eat soggy worms. So with this phrase, the first letter of each word represents the direction. So N as north, E as east, S as south and W as west. Kindly look into the picture, take your rough note or your homework note, draw a plus symbol and mark the directions in the correct place. Next, we have symbols. So while doing the map activity itself, I say you that there are so many symbols in the maps. We drew a mountain and showed a hill and mountain range, and I drew a cross symbol and showed you a church over a place. So like that, we have so many symbols. You can look into your content book page number 49 and refer to the symbols there. So those symbols are the symbols which are marked in the maps and they represent the places or the cities, states, etc. So just look over the symbols and know what the symbol represents. Next, the symbols which are used in the map has to be carried forward in the key also. Why are we drawing the key? I drew while doing the map activity, we drew a box with rows and columns and we drew the symbols in each box and we wrote what that symbol represents. For example, a hill-like structure, a triangle, and I wrote it as peak. A cross symbol, that means a plus symbol, and I wrote it as a church. And a tree symbol, and it represents the forest. So whatever the symbols we are marking in the map has to be taken down to the key part and we have to write what that symbol represents. So why are we doing this? We are doing this for easy view, for the viewer to locate the map or view the map easily. So the person who wants to look into the map can see the map with the help of the symbols easily. Next, the scale. I hope you all have a scale in your box. We also call it as a ruler. So scale, the scale consists of numbers over it. Have you seen a scale? And the scale starts with the number 0 and ends with 15, the smaller scale which you have it in your pouch or in your box. So why is that numbering on the scale? So to measure the lines or to measure something. So similarly, we have scale in the map also to measure the distance between two places. The scale, with the help of the scale, we measure the distance between two places. So now here I have an example. So in this image, the scale shows that I have shown with an oval mark. Look at that. 1 inch is equal to 4 miles. 4 miles means 4 kilometers. So if you're going in a bike or in a car, I hope your father would have said it's going to will reach the place in 1 kilometer. So similarly, So here it's mentioned as 1 inch is equal to 4 miles. 4 miles is 4 kilometer. So the distance between 2 points. So look at the scale there, the two red markings over there. So we are going to measure the distance between both the two markings, both the two places. Here I have shown the measurement. So the distance between two places, between the River Taff and Boring Way, is 2.5 inches. The distance between 2 points, that is 2 places, is 2.5 inches. I'll show you the calculation in the next slide. We know that 1 inch is equal to 4 miles. 4 miles is 4 kilometers. So I have given the calculations in written format. Kindly have a look over it. So calculating 2.5 miles into calculating 2.5 inches into 4 miles, we'll get 10 miles, which is 10 kilometers. So the distance between two places is 10 kilometers. So the next, let's have a recap of what are the elements. So the elements of the map are, take your notebook and write title, direction, key or legend, scale, and colors and symbols. I repeat it, the elements of the map are title, direction, scale, key or legend, and colors and symbols. Here I have attached you an example map of Kansas City, which is there in United States. I have shown with different shapes to denote all the elements of the map. Circle shows the triangle, that is the symbol of the map. Next, star shows the direction, that is the compass rose. Then the arrow mark shows 100 miles, that is the scale of the map. Then the oval shows the cities and the state capital. Can you see a star mark inside that? That is the state capital. And the name of the city, Kansas, is shown in rectangular shape to show the title of the map. And here the hexagon. Hexagon shows the key of the map. So look into the key. It shows a star mark and also a dot which is more bigger than a point. It shows the city. So can you see? So whatever the symbols which is mentioned in the map, we have to take it forward in the key place. So the star mark which shows the state capital, and the dot, that is the pointer mark, shows the city in Kansas, is taken in key. So this is how a map should be, like it should contain all the elements. Next, so we have completed the entire chapter. You guys have learned what is a map and what is a globe and how to use a map, the advantages of globe, map, and the disadvantages. So you have a clear idea about the map and also the globe. So now, like Dora, you can also take your Buji along with you and have a travel and go on travel like Dora. Okay? Thank you, class. And before that, kindly complete the homework which is mentioned in your schedule today.